Something about this one cuts deeper, and I don't know if it's like the fake cop uniform or the manifesto they found in the trunk or the names on the list like Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and others. But what happened in Minnesota over the weekend was not random. It was not senseless in the sense that it had a particular point. It wasn't new, but it almost feels like it was inevitable. Vance Bolter, I think it's Bolter, it's B-O-E, maybe it's Belter. Vance Bolter was a Trump supporter, a self-styled security CEO who ran possibly a fake ministry, drove a fake cop car, and turned his home into a MAGA command post, dressed himself up in police gear on Saturday, put on a latex mask, and gunned down Democratic Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark in their home. Hours earlier on the same day, he shot Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette multiple bullets, but by sheer luck, they survived. The killer left behind a list of dozens of names: abortion providers, elected Democrats, community leaders, healthcare workers. These were not symbolic targets. These were specific people with addresses, and he wanted to assassinate Democrats one person at a time. And this was not some rogue lunatic detached from political reality. He was living in the political reality that Republicans built: anti-abortion, evangelical, obsessed with Trump. Now, his roommate was interviewed, and his roommate said that he would watch MAGA content all the time. He would rant and rave about abortion. He was immediately, the right immediately rushed to paint him as some left-wing plant. Maybe it's a false flag or this is some liberal. But it turns out that sometimes if it looks like a duck and it walks like a duck and it smells like a duck and it sounds like a duck, it's a duck. This is stochastic terrorism. This is what we're talking about. This is a system that statistically will lead to some number of these outcomes. You know, you get these Republican leaders talking every day about tyranny and baby killers, and Democrats are trying to destroy America, and they tell millions of people that elections are stolen, that real Americans need to fight back, and then somebody does. And then they go, oh, he was crazy. And then they move on to sending more fundraising emails that inflame using the exact same language.